Hello and welcome to the S Word Live. Renee Hribar here, trash can there, road there. I am in beautiful State College, Pennsylvania. It is on my way from Detroit to, hey Irina, to New York. I've been driving, getting stuck in traffic, and it's been incredible. But here is the story. I am going to share with you follow-up secrets that, honestly, what you don't know is hurting you. So let's dive in. For those of us who haven't met yet, I see Wendy here, Irina here, Pamela here. Hello. For those of us who haven't met yet, my name is Renee Hribar. I'm a sales strategist. I've done this for 20 years, helping businesses create more sales in a feel-good way. I'm also a speaker. I attend lots of conferences where I get to teach other people in person live, and I absolutely love it. And I'm also an author of the book, Sound Like a Mother. So I'm in this college town right now, and I feel like a little bit old. I feel like I should be their mom. Okay, so here are the follow-up secrets. So what I hear all the time from people is, hey, Wendy, how are you? Is I'm not getting the sales I want. You know, I put together my offer. I've got this amazing, system that brings in people. They're coming to me. They're paying a lot of attention to my business, especially right now. And I think I've had this is why I was thinking about this today, is I've had this exact conversation probably about 10 times in the last 5 days. And I think it's because we spent the Q1 nurturing, getting ourselves out there, putting eyes on our business, nurturing, the connection pieces of our business, which is so important and so good. But here's where I see it missing, is in the follow-up. So before I tell you the details, I'm going to tell you a story first, because I think the story helps frame it out. I think a lot of people don't do follow-up because of how they feel about it. Has it ever happened to you where you won't do it because you feel like you might be pushing somebody? You won't follow up because you feel like you might be annoying them? Is it possible that you're not following up because, or you've held back from following up because you didn't want to, bother them? I know if this is live or on the replay, tell me if you've felt resistance to following up because you didn't want to feel pushy, bothersome, or annoying. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever felt this way, and I hope this story will help you frame it in a better way so that you don't feel that way anymore, because it sucks to feel that way. So I'm going to give you some science, I'm going to give you some details, and I'm going to give you some action steps. Hey, Mary Jo, how you doing? Hey, Anna, hello. Anna, are you on your way to Jamaica, baby? What's up? Pamela. All right, so here's a little story. So have you ever gotten a text from someone that you really like either your spouse or your best friend, and you got the text, and then you read it, and then you answered it, and then you put your phone down, and then you went about your day, and then you get a phone call later on, like, hey, why didn't you answer my text? And you're like, I totally did. And then you look at your phone, and you're like, oh, I never sent it. Did that ever happen to you? Tell me below if that has ever happened to you. It has happened to me. It happens to me all the friggin' time, or even in Messenger, right? Somebody I really want to talk to, somebody I'm excited about talking to. I sent the message, or I typed it in, but then I never pressed send. I put my phone down, and then boom, life happens. Does that ever happen to you? It's just like, crap, yes. Anna says yes. Irina says yes. Wendy says that's me. Okay, totally. You guys are totally like me. That happens to me all the time. Guess how many other people that happens to? All kinds of people. So if that's happening to you, imagine what's happening to your customer or potential customer. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? If this is happening to you, it's happening to them. And so don't take their silence as them silently saying no, because oftentimes they're just flippin' busy. So this is where follow-up comes in. Mary Jo says, oh my God, that is so me. Mary Jo is also glad to see I'm in good company. Yes, we're all the same. So if this is happening to you, it's happening to them. So here's what you do. People ask me this question, Renee, what do I do for follow-up? How often should I follow up? What should I say when I follow up? So it really comes into two categories, frequency and relevancy. Right? So how often should I follow up? And often people ask me, when is too much? So what the statistics say is this. They say the average person, like the trash can, it's my friend now, follows up, they make an offer, and then they'll follow up once. And then maybe some people follow up twice. And other people, they might follow up 3 times. Or, I have to switch around. Or sometimes somebody might follow up 4 times. So has that ever happened to you guys where you'll follow up you'll make an offer, and then you'll follow up once, or you'll follow up twice, or maybe even 3 times or 4 times? Kristen says, listening intently. Right. So if that ever happened to you, and you felt a little like, okay, well, that's enough. I want to give you some science right now. The scientific statistics that lots and lots of smart people, way smarter than I'll ever be, have done on this very thing. Because believe me, big brands have got big money and they're paying for big things. What they've understood to be true about humans, which is, it's you and me, is we don't respond until we get 5 to 15, to hold on to your underwear, 50 touches. So if you're stopping at 1 or 2 or 3, and you're like, whoa, Nelly, 4's a lot. Guess what? You're missing it by this much. So when people ask me, well, what should I focus on first? I'm real behind with my follow-up. I got lots of people coming to me. I got lots of new people, joining my email list. I say, like, what should I work on first? Because I can't work on everything today, right? Today's Wednesday. It's already half the day is done. You can't work on everything right this minute. So what can you do right now, right? This whole S word is about what can I do today to make a difference in my sales today? And so my answer is increase your frequency. And as you increase your frequency and you focus on what can I do to bring value more frequently to my people, it's not just about sending them more emails. I want you to use what I call the holy trinity of follow-up. And that is social media. So yes, posting. I want to say auto-responding and phone calls. So Kristen says, what if they don't respond to any of it? I've heard people just disappear on me and I hate it. Absolutely. Okay, so that happens all the time because we're not continuing to touch. So here's what happens. So if they don't respond to any of it, I want to repeat, they're not necessarily silently saying no, which is how we feel. Oh, I've bothered them. Oh, I've annoyed them. Instead, think I've got to bring more value and I got to bring it in a different way. I don't have to just send another email. I could send another message to them in private messenger, or I could make a video just for them and send it to them in private messenger, or in DM. I could actually call them instead of messenger and say, hey, I wanted to know if you got that email. It talked about X, Y, and Z, and I know that you would express that was important to you. Please let me know if you received it. There's your compliment, easy to answer question. So you're not saying just following up, because everybody who even is working on frequency is doing that. And that is wah, wah, kiss of death. So once you work on the frequency and you're comfortable saying, okay, well, I'm more frequently going to bring more value. So what do I do? What are some things I could do? You could do frequently asked questions. Say for anybody who's considering buying this thing, or if you've considered buying this thing, and and you had this question of, what if I get it and it doesn't blank? Well, here's my answer, because I get that question all the time. So let me answer that for you. And that is one email that you could send, or one post you could make, or one message you could leave them, or one phone call you could make, right? Lena, hey Lena, how you doing? And so for Lena specifically, I know that she had mentioned, she was in my group earlier, Entrepreneurial Parents Movement, and she asked a question. I had broached the question, have you ever had anybody who you've made an offer to, and then they said yes, and then they just totally disappear on you? I call it a Houdini. Some people call it a ghost. Right? They totally ghost on you. Well, it happens all the time. So the way to handle that specifically, because we're talking about follow-up here, is when I make an offer to someone, I make sure that the offer, there's a line in that offer, and I might say it out loud, or I might just write it in the proposal and say, listen, this offer at this price is valid through this date. And then before I hang up the phone with them, that's, first of all, having this offer available at this price and through this date, even if I haven't booked the second follow-up call, is going to save me a lot of heartache. And it's going to save them a lot of heartache too. Because it's an easy way for them to get out of it if they don't want it, and it's an easy way for me to know that they're not going to take advantage of it, and I can open up that part of my calendar again that I had, emotionally at least, reserved for them and the work that I was planning on doing for them. So this is especially vital for done-for-you service providers like Kristen, who builds funnels and does ads, like Lena, who builds websites and does branding. And so for a lot of us who are either, coaches or done-for-you service providers, it's so vital that we can't have somebody holding our time if they haven't made at least a deposit, right? So in an ideal world, we get a yes on the phone, and we let them secure their spot right now on our calendar with a deposit or half payment down or payment in full right then and there. I'll get my calendar, you get your credit card, and we'll secure your spot. If that's not going to happen, that's great, no problem. Let me send you what we talked about on the phone. Is this the right email? Blah, 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 blah. Great. So I'm going to headline on it, and if today is Wednesday, it's going to be Monday, and it's my protocol to make sure we have a 10-minute quick chat on Monday so that I can make sure that you that I included everything that was important to you. That's it. And so on 2 p.m. on Monday or 11 a.m., which one works better for you, Bob, or whatever? Okay, great. 2 p.m. it is. Perfect. So I've given them two simple choices. 2 p.m. I book it in my calendar right then and there while we're on the phone. And at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, or on Monday rather, I am... Hey. Oh boy. Technical difficulties. Okay, so in an ideal world, I'll have them on the phone and I'll get their payment on the phone. And if not, then I can send them an email with all the things we talked about, and then I can make sure I set up an appointment on the day that the deadline is so that we can talk about what I emailed them, right? And if that's not possible, then then I need to make sure at least that I get their email so I can keep sending them information about education so that I become the go-to person for them in that space. I don't want to lose that trusted advisor. Hey. Oh boy. All right, let me stay right here wherever this might work. This is cool. There's a really cool mural over there. Check it out. Okay, cool. So, hey Candy, how you doing? So I'm in State College, Pennsylvania, right by Penn State. So here's the deal. When it comes to follow-up, it comes down to two things: frequency and relevancy. So once you have the frequency down, how do you make it relevant? You have to think about what is important to them. How do you maintain that trusted advisor role? And then how do you keep them in that experience of every time I speak to her, I get value. Every time I listen to them or her company, I get value. I get something out of it. And that's what we want to keep going as we think about how to follow up. So follow up is frequency and relevancy, and there's so many keys to it. So stay tuned. I'll be putting more into this. Thank you so much for sticking with me while I went in and out of reception. There were probably about 12 minutes in this that I totally missed reception. So there's so many key things with follow-up, but the bottom line is that it takes, on average, 5 to 15 touches